Hey Joey, how are you, sir?
Hey.
All right. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness, man. I've actually been looking for your ride all last summer because it's a very unique ride. And I know if you were a kid growing up in the 70s, folks, like I was, every day I'd come home from school, the first thing I did was jump on TV and look for that Batman, Superman, and the Banana Splits maybe. There's a few others. And I've always wanted to see George Barris's replica cars for TV shows and stuff, and Joey's got one here, and I happened to run up on him this week. It's the Batmobile, folks. Step over here, Joey. Let's talk about this thing, man. I got to know the history and some of the people that had a hand in building it. Now, how long have you had it?
I've owned it for 8 years.
8 years.
This is an exact replica of the TV show. The original was a 1955 Lincoln Futura. That concept car, only one of a kind. That's what George Barris turned into the Batmobile.
Okay.
This one was molded off of that body, and it's built on a 85 Corvette chassis. So underneath it's all Corvette stretched a little bit.
All right. How cool is that? The Batmobile's got a Corvette under it. That's all right, man.
It will get up and go, that's for sure.
I bet it will.
So I've had it for about 8 years. A guy out in California built it for me. His site is Gotham Garage. His name is Mark Toll.
Okay.
And built the car for me, and it's a driver. I have driven this car a lot in the last 8 years.
Yeah. Wow, I bet you have. I myself, I'd love to go cruising around in that thing, man. Oh yeah, the train just had to come by, didn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. You can't go anywhere without expecting to stay. If I go buy gas, I'm going to be there for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Just
people taking pictures, asking questions. I've driven it cross country before, and that was a load of fun. We stopped in Kingman, Arizona, and some bikers from Georgia were buying gas with, and they said, "You got a CB in that thing?" I said, "No." They said, "You need one." Every trucker from Georgia to Arizona is talking about the Batmobile on I-40. So it was lots of fun.
Yeah, I can imagine it gets a lot of attention, man. You are officially invited to our cruise in this summer. We would love to have you and the Batmobile come out, man. That's pretty cool.
Well, I'm glad to do it.
Well, all right. Man, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you in costume as well, man. Is there a chance we can get you to show up in costume?
Maybe. I'll see.
Maybe. All right, Joey. Now, to me, just looking at the wheels, man, it looks authentic. It looks like the original style wheels that was on the Batman during the 70s.
They are the exact same wheels. The company still exists. They're Raider wheels. And so luckily, that's not a hard part to get. The company still makes them. The original style wheels.
Man, that's cool. Okay, I guess the center caps are handcrafted, right?
Yes. A lot of what you see up here is handcrafted. If you look at the interior, most of that is hand fabricated. Of course, some of it, you know, the seat belts and things were purchased, but a lot of handcrafting done in this car. Yeah,
I'm looking at the dash in this thing, man, and I'm going, yeah, that's got to be handcrafted. You know, you don't just go out and buy that stuff.
No, and you know, getting the whole it's a roll top dash, and so getting that whole thing put together and everything functioning, it's a trick. And you know, Mark Toll's a genius with those kind of things. Yeah, I don't imagine you can find a steering wheel like that nowhere. No, and that's handmade too. It's that's a big giant steering wheel.
Yeah, I'd imagine all the lights work, and well, I got a question here. You check out the shifter. Now, does that shifter, the overhead shifter, it works and all?
That is just for looks. That was the emergency bat turn lever. In the TV show, that's when the parachutes would come out and the car would spin around 360.
All right.
The shifter is it's where the normal Corvette shifter was. It's
that's cool. I'm trying to remember all the stuff and all the gadgets through the show and all back in the 70s. I can't remember everything. Hey, does it spit fire out the rear?
It will shoot flames out of the back, and in the front, it's got the chain cutter that works. Most of the lights turn on and beep and blink. It's got the remote bat computer in there.
Okay, that's cool.
So most of the stuff works. Parachutes are just for looks, though.
All right.
I don't have functional parachutes.
One thing I love about this car is it does not look like a new build. It looks authentic. It looks like it's aged a bit. I want to peek under the hood. Can we see the engine of this thing?
Sure. It's not pretty though. This is a driver.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's step around here and check it out. Now, I always wondered, now in the show, these 3 tubes in the back of the car, they shot fire out of them.
Rockets, I think.
Rockets?
I think it was rockets.
Okay, rocket launcher maybe.
I've got lights in them. When you turn on the headlights and taillights, they light up. And
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the hood is on some type of electric motor there. Oh, cool. Yes, sir. I'm looking at a tuned Corvette motor in this thing. Yeah, all right. Interesting. Very interesting. And I'd imagine the trunk comes up like that too as well, right?
yes, and the trunk is mostly just for the fuel cell. It's got a racing fuel cell in the back.
Okay.
And this is the L98 350 Corvette engine.
All right.
It was an 85 Corvette.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, somebody hacked up a Corvette. Okay.
My Corvette friends were not pleased with that.
They
but
were not pleased with that. All right. But hey, look what you got out of it though, man. You got the Batmobile. This is awesome. I love it, man. One day you're gonna have to come by and get me, man. I gotta go for a ride in this thing. Just cruise around town one good time.
It's fun. You go downtown Atlanta, you just drive all over the place.
Yeah.
It's a load of fun.
You get all kind of attention cruising around in this thing. Well, Joey, that is awesome, man. I appreciate you showing us the Batmobile today. And I tell you what, man, I got to encourage you to come to our cruise in this summer, man. You are officially invited.
I will come.
All right.
We'll have to
Thank
figure
you,
it out.
sir.